Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about Filecoin as well as Orchid OXT. If you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button, and also click the bell icon. And I do have separate videos, by the way. If you guys want to check out my news and technical analysis on Bitcoin and Ethereum, I have a separate video of that. And I also do a playthrough series of a cryptocurrency game called Decentraland. So I got a lot of videos going on that too. Anyways, let's go ahead and hop on in. So something that seems pretty exciting that's going on with Filecoin, this is realistically the only thing that I could seem to find that shows why there's some good movement going on in relationship to that, aside from the TA perspective for Filecoin, is excited to be co-locating Decentraland video transcoding, interesting, with Decentraland storage through the live peer org and Filecoin co-mining pilot. Absolutely cool to see Filecoin getting involved with that at Decentraland. I want to say this, by the way, I'm so salty. You know, like there's people that say like, oh, I knew about Bitcoin when it was really low price and all that kind of stuff. I didn't know about Bitcoin when it was a low price. I only found out about Bitcoin a couple years ago, and it didn't take too long until afterwards I finally started getting more involved with it, and then I full dove into it, right? But with Filecoin, I was looking up some stuff because I was trying to make my own website. And this was one of those coins that I was like, hey, this sounds like it's right up the alley, what would work well for my idea. And so I tried reaching out to them, and I couldn't find any exchange to be able to buy it in the United States. And at the point in time, they were telling me, oh, the only way you could do that is if you use a fake VPN kind of thing and pretend you're in another country and just don't get caught and this, that. I'm like, I can't risk that. My God, man, I knew about this thing like 2 years ago. And I think about 2 years ago, it was around $2, maybe less than $2. So now it's $150. And I don't own any of this. Yay for me. But hey, you know, it is what it is. You got to look at the bright sides of other things, right? So aside from the story, let's go ahead and go take a look at the technical analysis on this. And you know what? Let me know in the comments if there's any cryptocurrency where you guys knew about it and it's really early infancy stages and you just didn't get in for some weird reason or another. I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. So looking at Filecoin right now, when you look at it from a Fibonacci perspective, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in here just a little bit. You guys can actually see on the lower levels that there was a lot of noise going on throughout all the space, a lot of consolidation through this phase right here. Then it massively exploded up, kind of fought within between the 0.618 and the 0.786, as you guys can see. A little bit of a drop trying to recover itself, and then once it broke above this one, it really started to go parabolic. And you can see that these gaps on the Fibonacci sequence are becoming more and more substantial, right? And so at the same time, you're also seeing these big pushes going on with Filecoin in reference to that. So I love using things like the 21 EMA. I've said this before, it's one of my bread and butters for things, but things look absolutely beautiful with this. So with where we're at currently, I'm still going to go ahead and use this as a reference point. We saw a little bit of a resistance taking place back on March 27th for the 3.618 on the Fibonacci. But right now, having broken above that for the daily with a pretty substantial candle, right? The wick got close. I would say the next major zone that you guys want to see for potential resistance, it's going to be at $157.41 approximately, okay? Right around that zone is going to be the peak point position. Wow, that was a tongue twister right there. For the Fibonacci sequence, if we manage to break above that, then the next major goal is psychologically going to be $200. So $10 increments as you make your way up, breaking out of this zone. This is off of the key fundamental levels. I will try and extend this out in just a second to see if it looks appropriate or not. I haven't messed with it yet. I tend to do a lot of my TA in real time for you guys, so that way that doesn't feel like I'm trying to drive a specific narrative, and I hope that you guys do appreciate that. I'm not a financial advisor. Please just keep that in mind, everybody. So don't ask me for financial advice. Look at this as like a form of entertainment. All right, so if this decides that it wants to go down, we do have support at $137.57 with as substantial of a candle as we have seen today. With low volume on top of it, I would not be surprised if we actually see some selling pressure take place, especially after some of these major pushes that has occurred recently. With the news with Decentraland, some people might be a little bit more bullish with it. If this decides to go further down, we do have next level of support at $105.26, then $100 from a psychological standpoint. The 21 EMA, more than likely tomorrow is going to be coinciding somewhere right around that $100 mark. So keep that in mind as well. The RSI is suggesting that we are in the overbought territory. As of the moment here, we are at about 84.52. So pretty substantial, but there's still more room that could technically go. The technical radar is also suggesting that we're on the buy side. It's not suggesting a strong buy. And I would say be a little bit cautious, guys, just because of how well this has gone up in the last day. And that is quite a big push. But you guys can also see we've had consecutive green candles here. 1, 2, 3, and then a major push up. And the next day followed up with another green candle. So this still has room to grow. Okay, so now let's go ahead and shift things around a little bit with us right here and see if we were to say use this point as a little bit more significant, which you can actually see it does fit pretty well here between the 0.786 and the 1 on the Fibonacci sequence. And let me go ahead and zoom in a little bit more, just kind of looking at everything else here. You can see some fitting right into the space here, a bounce that took place right there. These just briefly passing through between the 0.236 and the 0.382 right there. And then this also ending on the 0.382 right there. And so with this, that would actually indicate that our next major zone beyond $200 would be $215.83. Beyond that would be all the way up to $289.83. So we got a lot of room to work with. I'm going to go ahead and hold it on this position for the charts. Now we're going to go ahead and go take a look at what's going on with Orchid very briefly. Orchid is on the verge of closing out in the green. I mean, it's really borderline right now. As you guys can see, it basically looks like a sword, right? So it is above the 21 EMA. 1, 2, 3, 4 days already candle closures above the 21 EMA. This next day needs to stay above that. So it needs to be above at least 65 cents, and that's within the next 50 minutes. More than likely, it's going to hold that position, but you never know with this stuff. Volume is very, very minimal today, and bounced off of this top-level resistance here at 74 cents, 0.7420. Going above that, we're going to have another level of resistance at 79 cents. Above 79 cents is going to be 82.30, and then beyond that, we're pushing all the way back up to, there's this one level right here, which is at about 92 cents, and then we had the dollar. Dollar was all the way back in August, but if we break a dollar, guys, open waters, this thing could start to make a really good, strong rally, right? Could be absolutely beautiful. But man, there's so much bullcrap going on with this. You guys take a look at this. I zoom in here in the 15-minute charts. It's like a bar pattern, basically. And everything looks like it's starting to gain, and it's doing okay, and it's fighting back and forth, back and forth. It makes a push, fights back and forth, makes a little push. And then this huge sell-off that just drops it right back to where it was. And then it cascades all the way down and continues to sell, and then it starts to go sideways once again, right? And it's just forming this absolutely annoying style pattern right here. You got this going on like this. So in this kind of a formation, realistically, we might see this pulling out further. This could end up going all the way over towards right around 70 cent, not 70 cents, right around, that's March. Yeah, that would still be today because this is on the 15-minute chart. So hopefully around this point in time, 21:45 UTC or so, we should see it make a decisive move if it wants to go up further or if it wants to come back down. Overall, as these patterns have been forming, you can see that they have a major push starting to take place off of the 15-minute charts. So if I go ahead and just kind of draw out like this, as you guys can see, in this kind of point where they're coinciding, it decided to break out alongside there as well. And so we got two formations potentially back-to-back forming the same kind of pattern. So overall, things are looking quite bullish right now. If we look at this again on the daily side, and I zoom in just a little bit here, besides going up though, let's say it does decide to start dropping and more shenanigans do take place, right? We had this big green candle. It might try and invalidate all of itself, which would suck, but it is what it is. So if it goes down, we do have support at 68 cents, 0.6806. Further level drop down below that would be at 65 cents, 0.6525, and a further level drop down below that would be at 58 cents. The volume is quite lackluster, and the RSI has plenty of room to go really either direction, but hopefully it's going to go up. Technical radars are suggesting a strong buy. The fact that it's above the 21 EMA is the largest indicator, suggesting to me that we are still in a bullish position right now. Just a little bit of caution with that sort of descending triangle, the descending triangle pattern that I showed you guys Typically that suggests a little bit of a higher probability of it going down, but just again, based on the track record of what we've been seeing with Orchid, with Bitcoin making some stronger moves, I am much more in the position of leaning towards it going up than it going down. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's my own opinion. I'm on Twitter if you guys want to check me out at Atlas Official TV. I do have referral links in the description for a bunch of stuff. You can get free crypto with the referral link through Coinbase, through Gemini. I've got another one for BlockFi where you can earn up to $250 in bonus crypto if you decide you want to stake through them. And also for free stocks, there's Webull and Robinhood. So you guys are awesome. Thank you all so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. It only takes a second, guys, and it helps me in growing this community. Click the bell icon. Tell me what you guys think about these coins. Are you bullish, bearish? Is there some news I maybe missed for some reason? And, I mean, if you want to share this video, cool. We can continue to build the community. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next episode.